All of that and more coming up tonight at 6/5 Central.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lily Simmons. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the clock is ticking in Washington, where Congress is working to prevent health care costs from increasing for millions. We're live with the latest. And how tariffs are impacting the average American's holiday season. We've got details on where you might see price jumps from the Christmas tree lot to the toy store. Plus, Marquette Mountain has welcomed its first skiers for the season. We'll tell you when the mountain will be officially open for regular winter fun. Your 19 News at 6 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast as we take on the week ahead. Still looking at some cold temperatures overnight, but this is fairly seasonal. We get down to the lower teens to the southern portions of the Upper Peninsula. We'll kind of hang out into that lower 20s range for most of the northern portions, but over the next 24 hours, we're not going to pick up too much snow. Maybe an isolated snow shower once we get to Tuesday morning across the Upper Peninsula, so things remain calm for us with mostly cloudy skies, and I'll take an early look at that Christmas forecast in just a few.
Thanks, Kelly. In Washington, Secretaries Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio plan to meet with senators in a closed-door meeting. They'll brief senators on the strikes against alleged drug boats in the Caribbean. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live with the latest. Rachel?
Well, good evening, Lily. So the briefing is scheduled for tomorrow morning. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer shared on social media that they have been asking for some of these questions to be answered regarding these boat strikes in the Caribbean, where now about more than 80 people so far have been killed and tensions with Venezuela have escalated. The administration has said that these strikes on alleged drug-carrying boats are to protect the homeland from drugs crossing into the U.S. But senators on both sides of the aisle have wanted to get more clarity on these strikes and the legal justification for it. From what has been released publicly so far, there have been many questions regarding these strikes, especially following one back in September. There are reports that after an initial strike on one boat, there's a second strike on several crew members who survived the initial attack. Some members have criticized the administration for that second strike and questioned if the administration killed people who were no longer posing a threat. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who sits on the Armed Services and Intelligence Committees, said last week the video should be made public.
And I think there needs to be a thorough review because the legal memo written to support these strikes should be made public. The Office of Legal Counsel did a memo saying why President Trump's allowed to do this. I read the memo. I don't agree with it. I don't think it does state the law. I think it misstates the law.
And Lily, the U.S. also recently took control of an oil tanker just off the coast of Venezuela. And so we do expect senators to also question Secretaries Hegseth and Rubio on that as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Rachel. Meanwhile, Congress is running out of time to prevent major health care cost increases for millions of Americans. After two proposals failed in the Senate last week, House Republicans are now taking their shot to address the issue. Our other Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon joins us live on Capitol Hill. Brendan, this new plan leaves out a key issue many families are watching closely.
Hey there, Lily. Good evening to you. Yes, it does. It leaves out any extension of those enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits that were put in place during COVID by former President Joe Biden. Now, Congress has just days left to strike a deal and is once again up against a pretty pressing health care deadline. If Congress doesn't act soon, enhanced Affordable Care Act tax credits used by millions of Americans to buy health insurance will expire, potentially sending monthly premiums soaring.
This is the whole reason we had the government shutdown was healthcare. And the Democrats wanted to continue the Obamacare subsidies, and Republicans didn't.
Democrats say extending those subsidies is essential to keep coverage affordable.
Senate Republicans just shoved the American people off the side of a cliff. Now Republicans have all but guaranteed that tens of millions of people will see their premiums double or triple or more next year.
We're working on a package of legislation that will reduce premiums for all Americans, not just 7% of them.
After two competing partisan plans failed in the Senate Thursday, House Republican leaders unveiling a new health care package late Friday that they say targets the root causes of rising costs without extending the ACA subsidies. The proposal would allow more employers to band together to buy insurance, boost transparency from pharmacy benefit managers to lower drug prices, and fund a cost-sharing reduction program to lower premiums for certain ACA enrollees. However, House Republicans remain divided over the enhanced subsidies. Some moderates have unveiled legislation that extends the subsidies with reforms like income caps. But fiscal conservatives say time's up for the COVID-era subsidies.
We just can't get Republican votes on that for lots of reasons, not enough of them.
The White House has yet to unveil a plan of its own and is instead waiting to see what Congress can produce.
I leave it to them, and hopefully they're going to put great legislation on this desk right here. We want to give the money to the people and let the people buy their own great health care.
And Lily, having the support from those moderate Republicans is going to be extremely vital to get any health plan across the finish line in the House, and including some type of extension, whether it's 1 or 2 years of those enhanced subsidies, might be the only way that those moderate Republicans get on board. Now, the bill will head to committee tomorrow. It's expected to be marked up and see a vote on the House floor at some point later this week. House members only have 4 session days before they leave for the holiday recess on Friday. The Senate leaves for their holiday break on Saturday. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Lily, back to you.
Thank you very much, Brendan. A Grand Marais man has been arraigned on multiple charges, including surveilling people in their homes and public restrooms. Maxwell Brian Lundquist was arrested for 1 count of child sexually abusive activity, 24 counts of surveilling unclothed individuals, and 25 counts of using a computer to commit a crime. Law enforcement seized numerous electronic devices during an investigation. They found videos and images of local residents taken through the windows of their homes, along with recordings of individuals using public bathrooms. The primary count against Lundquist carries a maximum penalty of 25 years. He is charged as a habitual offender, increasing the maximum penalty to life in state prison. Lundquist is currently being held in the Alger County Jail on a $250,000 bond. He's scheduled for a probable cause conference on December 29th. New tonight out of Iron Mountain, 2 people are in critical condition after a fire yesterday morning. The Iron Mountain Fire Department was dispatched to a structure fire with entrapment on 4th Street just after 7:30. Firefighters got to the scene in under 4 minutes to find heavy smoke and fire coming from the front and sides of the building. Crews found an unresponsive victim inside the structure and began resuscitation efforts. 2 occupants were able to exit the building before the department arrived. All 3 were transported to Marshfield Dickinson Hospital for treatment. 2 of the patients were then transferred to another hospital where they remain stable but in critical condition. Authorities say the cause of that fire is still under investigation. Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, ski season has officially begun in Marquette. Marquette Mountain has had its first skiers of this winter and is hoping for more snow coming up soon. Plus, we'll tell you how tariffs are impacting the holidays this year, specifically when it comes to buying a Christmas tree. Stay with us.
New CBS Tonight.
This world is gonna burn, and I'm holding the match.
This guy is threatening some sort of attack. I want him ID'd now. Hands up.
Think you can prevent the day of reckoning?
This isn't a lone wolf event. This is a wide-scale attack. They're targeting Lower Manhattan.
FBI special 2-hour fall finale, CBS Tonight and streaming on Paramount+.
We look closely at all the data. We pore over test results. But what we see is you. We see what makes your smile widen and your eyes brighten. Even as we study breakthrough research and implement the most advanced technologies, what we see is how we can use it to serve you and your well-being. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Health. What we see is you.
We are here, around the clock, in all weather. This isn't a job, it's a symphony. mending hope, stocking the shelf, and being distant when we need to be. Understanding feelings. We don't have all the answers, but we're always present. Your home away from home in medical crisis. And your support brings warmth and comfort to families in need. Please donate today and help us make it home.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
Merry Christmas from Shunks and Marquette. We have special deals from now to Christmas. Like this Lazy Boy Power Recliner, just $4.99. And if you need a little help, how about this Power Lift Recliner from Flex Steel for just $6.99? We have over 300 recliners in stock. Lazy Boy rocker recliners like this are just $2.99. We have a large selection of reclining furniture on sale, sofas, love seats, and sectionals. Merry Christmas. Dining rooms on sale too. Shop Shunk Furniture at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back. As I've been saying, this has not been a gradual start to the winter, and we've already picked up a decent amount of snow here into Marquette. Now, a snow season is July 1st through June 30th. If it cut off at the beginning of the year in January, then you wouldn't really have an accurate snowfall for the entire winter. So far, we've had 60.9 inches of snow, and the season average is 197. So we're already making a good chunk in that snow total, and I definitely anticipate that continuing, and especially when we get closer to Christmas, we want to know how the travel outlook is looking, but just so we can kind of update you on the snow total so far, that's where we're at. But are we going to pick up most of that snow or more of that snow the next few days? Not really. There's just going to be light snowflakes, mainly cloud cover to deal with for Tuesday, but Tuesday we might get a brief little freezing rain situation, so just be careful. The roads for Tuesday afternoon might be a bit icy, but hopefully we shouldn't accumulate too much of that freezing rain there. And for your Wednesday morning, maybe some lake effect flurries, but then most of the day should get sunshine. But then Wednesday night into Thursday, the Thursday morning commute might be iffy as well, because we are looking at a freezing rain, wintry mix system to move through overnight of Wednesday. So we'll talk more about that when we get closer. But for the next 48 hours, just another visual representation for you to see that. Things stay very low, maybe get up to that chance. But when we do get up to the chance, this week is going to have that wintry mix sort of watery component at times. So that can be especially tricky when it comes to freezing rain or ice. So the future winds, it's definitely going to add on to that future wind chill, especially for Tuesday, but then we'll calm that down for Wednesday. Now, let's talk about the chances for a white Christmas. I know it's still a bit of a ways out, so I'll have a better look at your actual forecast, but everyone wants to see a white Christmas. Well, I don't want to speak for everyone, but the white Christmas actually needs to just have an inch of snow on the ground, not fresh snow falling. As long as there's an inch of snow on the ground by the National Weather Service, that's considered a white Christmas. As of right now, I'm going to put the chances at 40% just because there is a big atmospheric pattern of a chance of a warm up for most of the country. So we'll see how much of it may melt. As long as there's an inch, then that's considered a white Christmas. So this might change as we get closer, but I would say it's a decent chance as of right now. But at least we're not looking at, any big storm systems as of now. Things can change, but that's currently what I'm looking at here. Near average temperatures, but you can see the reds down there kind of trending warmer, maybe as we get closer to Christmas or in between Christmas when we get closer to New Year's. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for tonight, seasonal temperatures into the teens and lower 20s for most of the Upper Peninsula. So it's not going to be that bitter cold that we saw over the weekend. A little bit of everything going on here. Watch out for some freezing rain for Tuesday and then also Thursday. Those morning and evening commutes will be slick, and then things calm back down just in time for the weekend.
Thanks, Kelly. Marquette Mountain welcomed hundreds of skiers and snowboarders this weekend, kicking off its season opener with a great amount of snow. Beginning on Friday, the ski hill opened 2 runs through Saturday and Sunday. Slopes are currently covered in anywhere from 1 to 3 feet of both natural and man-made snow created by a new lineup of snow machines this year. Compared to a late start last season, mountain management say they're looking forward to a promising season of powder, but to get there, the mountain will remain closed through this week to continue with the addition of more snow along those runs. The season will officially begin with its winter hours on December 20th. We'll have a link to those times on our website, WZMQ19.com. With concerns about tariffs driving up the cost of some holiday items this year, many Michiganders may be wondering whether their Christmas tree will cost more. But experts say real natural Christmas trees grown here in the state are not affected and may even be seeing strong demand. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy explains why.
As tariff conversations continue to dominate headlines, one Michigan holiday staple is largely untouched: the natural-grown Christmas tree.
Real Christmas trees are, grown here in Michigan. We're the third largest state in Christmas tree production in the whole country. We harvest about 2 million trees annually. Around 500 farms in Michigan and about 3,000 people work in Christmas trees. So it's a big industry.
Because those trees are grown domestically, Lindbergh says they are not subject to tariffs that can affect imported goods.
Artificial trees are primarily all produced overseas, mostly all in China. And so when they're bringing them in, they would be subject to a tariff.
That difference could influence how some families choose to decorate this season.
The tariffs could have an impact in raising the prices of artificial trees you would find at the store. So when I'm having conversations with my Christmas tree farmers across the state, they're seeing strong demand for trees this year.
Beyond price, Lindbergh says many people choose a real tree for the experience and the memories that come with it.
The biggest reason why people choose real Christmas trees is because when you bring that real tree into your house, it brings joy to everyone who sees and especially smell of that Christmas tree into your house.
And for those worried about supply, Lindbergh says this year's growing season has been largely successful, even with pockets of drought. With strong production, stable prices, and no tariff impacts, Michigan-grown Christmas trees continue to play a major role in the state's agricultural economy and in holiday traditions across the country. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
A little later on in the show, we'll take you down to North Carolina to hear from a toy store owner about how tariffs are impacting this year's holiday shopping season. All that and more when we return.
Winter is here. Fox Marquette Ford gets you there. Lease a 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend 4-wheel drive for $398 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Ford. Experience the difference.
All this week, we've got the Kennedy Center honorees.
We do. Rock legends Kiss, disco queen Gloria Gaynor.
Hollywood heavyweight Sylvester Stallone. Broadway's Michael Crawford, country great George Strait.
That's right, only on CBS Mornings.
See you there.
Tuesday, let's get this all-new Kelly started. Let's do it. Daisy Ridley. Plus inside the Stranger Things finale with Noah Schnapp. 'Tis the season of Kelly. Happy holidays, everybody. Go ahead, get it out.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
If you're paying high interest rates on your credit cards, you're burning money. Consolidated Credit can work with your creditors to reduce your total payments by up to 50% and lower your high interest rates so you can stop juggling multiple payments. Save thousands in interest charges and pay off your credit card debt fast. You don't have to be good with money because we are. Call 800-244-9095 for a free consultation. 800-244-9095. That's 800-244-9095.
There's no looking back.
Don't look back.
I wasn't really looking back, just remembering back.
Remember back.
What do you say we start from here?
With a rifleman.
Weekdays at 3 p.m. on WZMQ Me TV.
Winter is here. Fox Marquette Ford gets you there. Now through December, lease a 2025 F-150 for $479 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Ford. Experience the difference.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Los Angeles, the son of Rob Reiner, has been booked on murder charges in the deaths of the legendary actor and his wife, Michelle. CBS's Dinah Demetrius is at the scene with more on that investigation.
Los Angeles police say Rob and Michelle Reiner's daughter Romy was the one who found them in their Brentwood home Sunday afternoon and called 911. Multiple sources tell CBS News the iconic director and his wife had multiple lacerations. Police took the couple's 32-year-old son Nick into custody.
Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case, he was subsequently booked for murder.
The Reiner family posed together on the red carpet in September for the premiere of Spinal Tap 2, Nick in the middle with the beard. He had spoken publicly about his struggles with substance abuse and homelessness. Father and son collaborated on a film about those experiences, Being Charlie, with Nick co-writing and Rob directing. Rob Reiner directed so many classics, including When Harry Met Sally, The Princess Bride, and A Few Good Men. But he called the movie he made with his son the most personal of his career.
They started writing together.
He discussed it on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
What happened was it forced me to see really what he had been going through. And I knew a lot of it, but I didn't know all of it. And I think it forced him to see what I had experienced and what his mother had experienced.
Flowers mark Rob Reiner's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In a statement, the family said it was heartbroken by this sudden loss and asked for privacy.
In addition to being a legendary director, Rob Reiner was the son of comedy icon Carl Reiner. As an actor, he also won 2 Emmys in the 70s, co-starring on the hit CBS series All in the Family as Archie Bunker's son-in-law. Up next, Jim Koski joins us live for another Slice of Life in the 906. Plus, details on how tariffs are changing those holiday shopping lists across the country.
New CBS Tuesday.
Ha ha ha! Merry Christmas!
We got a problem.
Who would steal Christmas toys?
The Grinch?
The truck picked up gifts from us and 4 other bases.
One of the thieves might be a very scary man.
What's up? You said it was urgent.
No, I didn't say it was urgent. I said it was exciting.
Which sounds urgent.
NCIS is all new CBS Tuesday and streaming on Paramount+.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialist help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Get great gifts for the gearhead in your family at Menards. We carry automotive products and mechanic tools from the most trusted brands. This Masterforce 3-ton, low-profile floor jack lifts fast for quick and easy automotive work. Get one now for $149.99. Get stability where you need it with Masterforce 3-ton jack stands. They feature secure double-locking safety protection. A 2-pack makes a great gift. Only $34.99.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
It's time for another Slice of Life in the 906 with Jim Koski. Jim, I understand you've had a festive holiday treat on the brain lately.
Well, Lily, you are absolutely correct. Now, like many people across the UP, I finally finished making my Christmas cookies. And like many people across the UP, I have the feeling that I probably made a few too many of them. I did the math once, and I figured out that the average total of calories in a batch of my Christmas cookies is something like 38,000, which means I'm single-handedly responsible for adding 11 pounds onto the collective weight of Upper Michigan. So to my friends and family, I really do apologize for that in advance. But then, that's the thing about Christmas cookies. You only eat them once a year, so do the calories really matter? And I think that's especially true here in the UP, where each community or ethnic group has recipes that were passed down from generation to generation. I mean, think of cookies like the pizzella, brought to the UP by Italian immigrants, or the jola tortu or the thumbprint cookies we get from our Finnish or Swedish grandmothers. Would it be a real Christmas without them? Well, not if you're a Youper. And then there are the experiments, the inspiration that you try to take from living in this magical place. Every year, I try making a cookie that reflects the taste of the UP, but I have discovered that it's really hard to make ones that are supposed to taste like beer or pasties. So I usually end up making sugar cookies with this cookie cutter in the shape of a UP and call it a day. And by the way, I also have one in the shape of the Lower Peninsula, but I've never used it. I imagine if I did, those cookies would probably end up tasting like a troll. You know, bitter and presumptuous. So as we get closer to the holidays, take advantage and sample whatever cookies you're offered, whether they're family favorites, old world classics, or experiments that went awry. You probably can't go wrong, especially if they've been made here in the UP. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have 38,000 calories I have to give away. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
Sounds great. Thank you very much, Jim. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. Well, when it comes to Christmas presents, prices are on the rise this year. According to CBS News, around 80% of toys in the U.S. are manufactured in China. One toy store in North Carolina is doing everything it can to keep prices low this Christmas.
November and December are the busiest months of year at Toy Mania in Charlotte. They've been in the Cotswold Shopping Center since 2019, and its manager Sherry Stone says people have already started holiday shopping.
It's just busy. We get pallets and pallets in every day in our warehouse, and it's fun, it's exciting, and it's definitely what keeps us afloat.
Over the last year, she says the store has seen the impacts of tariffs. Although Toy Mania works to source products in the U.S., they still order from all over year-round. Stone says more customers are trying to keep supporting local businesses.
I would say 90% of them are still shopping with us because they want us in the community.
Right now, Sherry says the business and manufacturers aren't clear on how price increases from this year will impact 2026. The National Retail Federation expects holiday sales to surpass $1 trillion for the first time this year. Its chief economist and executive director of research notes that tariffs have caused increases, and many retailers have tried to hold steady during the uncertainty of trade policies. Stone says many manufacturers have tried holding their prices and have just added tariff charges.
They tried to keep the price increases down if they could. Some could not because some hadn't had price increases in a couple years. So once they were hit with the tariffs, they had to pass it on to us.
A NerdWallet survey found nearly 2/3 of holiday shoppers are concerned about tariffs impacting gift shopping this season. Stone says they work to help parents on a budget find holiday gifts for their children.
We have always ordered with the mindset that we want anybody to be able to walk in here and us help them find a good toy for their child.
Kelly's got one final check of the weather when we come back.
I think Auto Armor is a great product to prolong the life of your vehicle. Paint protection, rust proofing, interior, exterior protection. This will be the second vehicle that I have purchased. I think Auto Armor, again, prolong the life of the vehicle. It is an inexpensive investment for the longevity of a high-cost investment. I would recommend Auto Armor to anybody.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi, I'm showing off my clearer skin. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin. And most people were clearer even at 5 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
We know you're wondering, what's Jack's crew up to now? Our brand new barbecue menu is smoking, with plates all week and big platters on the weekend. Every Friday night, dive into the Drunken Fisherman, featuring unique fish dishes and sauces you won't find anywhere else. Ready for hunting camp? 4 racks of our award-winning ribs. Plus, order ahead at our take and bake favorites: lasagna, chicken pot pie, brisket, a fresh soup and salad bar, perfect as a meal or an add-on, and more. Jack's Restaurant on Main Street in Rapid River.
At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we believe that beauty is more than just skin deep. Improve your physical appearance, but also boost your confidence and well-being. We use high-quality products and the latest techniques to provide outstanding results. Our goal is to create a welcoming and inclusive space where you can relax, unwind, and feel your best self. Are you ready? LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee. Be your best you.
And a final look at your forecast. There are some improvements in terms of those temperatures. We're not seeing high temperatures in the single digits, and we'll keep the snow and most of that to a minimum, but there will be some wintry mix in there, but not for tonight. We'll keep things dry and into the teens and lower 20s for us, and into tomorrow we'll get some wind gusts. Also watch out for some possible ice moving through. It's going to be a short blast, but Tuesday and especially Thursday we are looking at that chance for some freezing rain, so make sure to stay tuned for the 11 o'clock for more updates.
Finally tonight, the Ford River Lions Club celebrated the holidays with their community over the weekend. The Lions hosted their third annual Kids Christmas Party with a special appearance by Santa Claus himself. Families rode to the clubhouse by hayride from the Ford River Pub, enjoyed lunch, decorated Christmas cookies, and made crafts. Kids got to take photos with Santa and tell him what they want for Christmas, and each one took home a goodie bag made by Santa's Lions Club elves. The Lions say the party is a great way to bring the community together and an opportunity to make the holiday special for the little ones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.
Breaking news, fear in Providence. The gunman wanted for the deadly shootings at Brown University is still